Hello there everyone on YouTube, this is James and this is just basically a test that I'm running at the moment. It's with a new game capture card that I have. It's a Avra. Just a moment, just turn the volume down a bit. There we are. You won't be able to hear the volume going up and down. I'm just going through this video that I recorded with the newest game capture card that I've got. It's the Avra C875, and we're just gonna test the audio and the video imagery as well. I've checked through it already. It seems fine. What I'm testing now on here is how long it can record for. So I recorded this session for over an hour. I'm just going to see how that goes. It seemed alright from what I've seen. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I'm going to be watching the whole thing. There's hair in my mouth. Anyway, so yeah, this is the game itself. It's Resident Evil 2 and it's Extreme Battle Mode. Just going to read what it says here. A hazardous virus has been detected inside the transport train. Return. I couldn't. I didn't have time to read all that. But basically, what you need to do is you need to find 4 antivirus bombs. Once you find all 4 of those, you win basically. And there's different levels. There's level 1, level 2, and level 3. The higher level you play on, the more difficult it is. It's a lot of fun. There is a cheat that you can actually use in the Resident Evil 2 games, and it's basically if you go onto your menu screen, you can go on configuration settings, and you, I believe it's you hold the L1 and the R1 buttons on your PlayStation controller. By the way, I'm playing it on the PlayStation 3. Yeah, you hold the L1 and the R1 controller, and then you press square multiple times. I believe it's 10 times. And when the manual or the auto box says is highlighted in red, it basically means you've got infinite ammo on all of your weapons, which is really cool. I might do that on the Resident Evil 2 playthrough just to have a laugh and have a lot of fun with it. I don't really want to do a serious playthrough with the game because I've played it too many times and I'm really good at the game anyway, so I prefer it if I just messed around and make it into a fun let's play instead. But basically the capture card itself, it looks stunning to me. It looks absolutely fantastic. Compared to the Roxio game capture that I had, it's 10 times better in every stretch of the imagination. It's like it's like you're watching it off your television. It's much better, much better. The Roxio game capture, it couldn't run very well at all, and it took a lot of space on my laptop. And eventually it didn't work at one point. It just the audio kept going down, so the audio was all out of place, and the audio sounded horrible at times. So, and when it really stopped working from that point, I just stopped completely from recording with the game capture of Roxio. It's really bad, and to say it's £50, it's not good. But one thing with the Roxio game capture, it does have good software, and what you're seeing now, it will be run onto the Roxio software itself, and that's where I'm going to edit my webcam, which should be on the top right corner of the screen. And so I'll put that video of the webcam and the video of Resident Evil 2 that you're watching now right on top of each other. I think it runs pretty well like that. Just move the camera. Yeah, by the way, I don't have a chair. I'm sitting on a bed because I have like the smallest bedroom in the world. So yeah, I'm trying to keep still as well, because if I keep jumping around, it just it might make you feel sick, and it will certainly make me feel sick with shaking the camera 200 times. So yeah, so the software of the Roxio is good, but is it worth it for £50? Not really, no. There's loads of other softwares out there, and you've still got the Media software, which I haven't used yet, but maybe I should later on in the future. But I'm going to stick with what I know, the Roxio editing software. I'm going to use that for now because I'm pretty happy with that. A video before this, I've tried just a simple audio and imagery test in around 10 minutes. I played 2 different games, which was Crash CTR on the PlayStation 1, and then the other one was Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars. Yes, that's the title of the fucking game. There is a sequel to that, by the way. It's called Rocket League, and thank God, because I don't want to can't fucking speak now. I don't want to say Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars 2. I really don't want to do that. And they'll probably add more to that afterwards. But yeah, it's called Rocket League, and I do want to get that, and it's on the PlayStation 4 at the moment. Anyway, that's completely off topic. So, where I am now, yeah, I decided to play as Leon because I liked his weapons a lot more within the Extreme Battle mode. I do like the Magnum a lot. The handgun's pretty useful, and you get a good shotgun as well, and you do get some custom parts within the Extreme Battle mode, and if you find them, you can get the custom Magnum, the custom shotgun, which I thought was really awesome. So, I'm doing pretty well so far. And that plant, it just looks so wrong. If you look at the pink areas, it just looks like a vagina. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about that. And don't tell me that it doesn't look like that, because it does. And it's there for no other reason. And yeah, put my shotgun ready for that. Shot the zombie's head off. Because if you can't shoot him with a handgun, you're guaranteed to get hit. So you have to be quick and kill him. So it's either the shotgun and the Magnum, and you take him out just like that, decisive. So, what games will I be playing in the future? Well, there's a whole list. There is quite a lot I want to play. It just depends on what mood I'm in, and I want to make sure I get it done right. If I'm not happy with the video, it most likely will not be uploaded to YouTube. Simply because I really want to put videos on there where I can look back in the future and go, I really enjoyed that, and enjoy it myself, playing the games myself. I don't really do it for YouTube views, but if people enjoy it, that's just an added bonus, and that's fantastic. But I personally only do this just so I can watch through the gameplay myself, and also watch myself as I am playing the game. Because I don't know, when I'm about 60 or 70 years old and I'm in a wheelchair and I can't really play games anymore, I'll just go onto YouTube and watch my videos myself. And why not? It'd be pretty cool. I have already looked back at some of my videos on when I used to record with a Roxio game capture, and I do enjoy some of them, especially the F1 2011, 2012, 2013, and I believe there might be some 2014 footage as well. I did enjoy playing that. It's just a shame that the capture device of the Roxio is not that good. If you're wondering, the Media cost £99, but trust me, it is well worth its price. It really is. All you need with the if you were planning to, all you need is a SD card, a minimum of class 10. I bought a 64 gig one, which is usually good. I'd say 32 gig minimum if you really want to do some recording. So all that has worked so far. The other reason, and it's the crucial reason why I've bought the Media, is it doesn't need a PC to record your footage. It just runs on its own. and I always wanted a device like that. There were a couple of other devices similar to that, but there were a few negative reviews, whereas with the Avra Media, I haven't heard much bad news about it at all, and so far I'm very impressed with it. Whew, Jesus Christ, I have been talking for ages, and it's only 10 minutes in of the hour, so you do have to excuse me. I might not talk all the way through it, bearing in mind I do need to check if the webcam runs for an hour, so I might take a break in between. We'll see what happens there. Let's see, slow down, relax, take your time. Everyone in the room, just slow down, relax, take your time, and chill. I'm just gonna grab a drink. And this is the closest I've got in the house right now. I do need to get some apple juice, or even better, some water, but at the moment, Coca-Cola. No advertising on my channel, that's what I'm saying. And for people who don't like people, I said that completely wrong. And for people who don't like watching other people on their webcams or on their videos eating or drinking, you can go fuck yourselves. Right. Cough, cough, sniff, sniff, nudge, nudge. And those are the plant type monsters. Yeah, and this is the room where you cannot enter for the first time you play the Resident Evil games. You need to put in a password on a computer and then put your fingerprints on the door, but you need Leon and Claire to do that, which means you need to play it twice, and it's really not worth it at all, because once you do that, you go in the room, there's some monsters, I think it's lickers, shoot them, and all there is a machine gun, and if you've already got the machine gun, all you pick up is machine gun ammo, and you don't need it, not even towards the end of the game, because to be honest, if you're good at the game, the ammo management is not really tough. It's not difficult. But maybe for a first time it might be. But you can shoot a lot of monsters in the game, and most of the monsters you can just run past anyway. So, just so I could play it for over an hour, I decided I have a really long extreme battle mode, because you don't have to run around everywhere in the underground facility, Umbrella headquarters or something. I don't know what it's fucking called. Actually, I don't think it's Umbrella headquarters. I don't know. It's William Birkin's headquarters, some underground facility. I don't know what it's fucking called. Anyway, you don't have to search around all of the areas. All you need to do, basically, is just get to the whatever you fucking call it. It's like a cart. You have like a train cart. It's like a lift that goes up and down. You just need to go straight to that, and then you go into the sewers. You have to just go straight through the sewers into the police station, find the bombs, and once you've found all 4 of the bombs, that's it, mission complete. And you don't get any rewards for it. It's just basically for fun. I guess you could play it against other people, or you could beat your own time. All it is it gives you a time of when you've completed all of the stages and an overall time. So I guess it gives you some reason to go back to it and try and be quicker. Bearing in mind though, finding the 4 bombs, they're always placed differently all the time. So those 4 bombs placed in the police station will always be in different areas. But it's not like, oh, they'll be in every single room. They'll be, you know, in selective rooms. So you have some sort of idea. I was actually lucky to find them all in quite a quick time when I got to the 3rd stage. So I did pretty well there, I think. Guess-wise, of course. And I can't remember why I paused the game there a couple of minutes ago. I think it was just simply to change the brightness settings, because the settings on my TV, it looked incredibly dark. Though I'm glad to say that on the Avromedia it's already fine with the settings itself. The brightness looks fine, like you can see everything there. It's just so long that I can see it when I'm actually playing it, and it looks pretty good. It looks really good. Now, so I don't go to the train cart straight away. I just put some stuff away, and then I go down to, down an elevator. Eventually, where I do pick up a machine gun, and it's quite fun to use. So I look forward to that. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but when the screen goes black at all, there might be like little red or blue pixels. That has nothing to do with the Avromedia. It's just how my television is. Because if it's not fully on properly, the pixels might not load up quickly enough. But for me, that's not really a problem at all. Again, it's only for black backgrounds. If it's running normally, then it looks completely fine. It does look stunning. I'm really impressed with it. Look at that zombie, he's just in the way. It's like I couldn't see anything on that screen, so I was like, for fuck's sake, gotta walk back. He's still in my way. He's like cock blocking and shit. It's just like, get out of my fucking way, I can't see. Are you ready for that? Yeah. I was like, oh you fucker. Stomp you in the head. You deserve that. I never understood this facility as a whole. It's really quite a strange place. It's kind of hard to figure out what all of the rooms are for. But it's Resident Evil 2, I guess. It's Resident Evil 2, not much of it makes sense, especially with Resident Evil 1 and 3 as well included. So the list of games I am wanting to play is Dino Crisis 2, possibly Rayman 1, the Resident Evil series 1 to 3 I'd like to play, especially Resident Evil 2, the main game, not the Extreme Battle, Resident Evil 1 and the Resident Evil remake, but I only have the GameCube version of that, so I would have to most likely end up buying the PSN version, which I don't mind doing that, as long as it makes it a good Let's Play, then I'm not bothered. And that dog got me right in the corner. It's just like, he was a sneaky bastard. I didn't think he could get me from there, but he actually did. So it was a good attack. And I'm like, fuck that dog, I'm trying to run. And then eventually I have to end up shooting him, because he's just in the way. And I definitely need those shotgun shells, because I don't have a lot of those left. And then at one point I do end up just abandoning my pistol, because, I don't know, it's alright, but later on in the stage it does get a bit more difficult, so you tend to leave out your pistol, and ammo management isn't really a big deal, as long as you pick up everything that you see. You shouldn't have a problem running out of bullets, unless if you don't pick anything up. So this is the room where I pick up the machine gun, and these are the highly developed, if you could say that, lickers. They're the much stronger ones, and you gotta be careful, because especially on Extreme Battle 3, you could be on full health and they could kill you in one hit. I am not joking, they did that to me before and I got killed in one hit. It's really bad. I mean, even them, they took quite a bit of damage off me there. Now, usually against the lickers, the shotgun's probably the best. You could use a Magnum, though it's really hard to hit them with that. Especially from a distance as well. And this is where I backtrack. So this is the boring bit. I have to go all the way back. Now that I've killed most of the monsters in the area. Well, the underground area. I might have killed all of them actually, I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to the video a lot. Just bits and parts of it, just making sure it looks alright. So far, it looks fantastic. The only thing I'm worried about is from what I've been told, I don't know if it's been fixed, is after the 30-minute slot, it can drop a frame, so I can skip a bit of the video. But I checked that and I didn't notice that at all. It looked completely fine, and it was all saved into one file as well after an hour. And what surprised me the most is after the video length was an hour and 5 minutes long, and it was only I believe it was 3.5 gig file space, which was really impressive to me. There's not a lot of memory at all, to be honest, especially over an hour. Like with the Roxy I had before, if an hour was recorded, it could take around 7 to 10 gig, which is quite a lot. So yeah, I already like the AverMedia system. So if you did want to record on PC, you can do as well. The AverMedia records on the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360, the PC, and I believe also the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but you need to check on those. I bought it specifically for the PS3. I could use it for the Xbox 360, but there isn't really a lot of games that I'd want to record on the 360. Maybe I'll change my mind in the future. Who knows? And that's the first stage clear. So I've cleared through that. Clear time 21 minutes 27 seconds. Fight to the police precinct. Press any button. So this is the second stage out of the 3. Simply get out of the sewers and into the police station is all that needs to be done. The music's good in the game as well. Though in the future, I don't know if I want to do straight 1 hour recordings on a webcam, because it can get very, very tiring. Especially when you talk constantly for 20 minutes, you know, your mouth gets dry and you need to have a drink, and I won't be talking as quickly as I am now. Just talk when necessarily to talk, and just have a laugh. And this is a good bit. I just basically shoot Mr. X and just like, and Mr. X got owned. That's his name, by the way. I was running around him because I thought you could pick stuff up, but you can't do it in the extreme battle. In the main game, you can pick up bullets if you've killed him. So yeah, I'll just be what I'm tending, what I want to talk about when it comes to Let's Plays is the game itself, most importantly. And if anything happens in the game, I'd like to talk about it as well. And just basically speak my mind from whenever I'm playing it. So I just say what I'm thinking throughout the entire game. Just so you know, if you've never played the game before, you might be interested in playing it yourself. And it's a lot of fun as well. You can get some laughs out of it as well. Because not all games are perfect, let's face it, and sometimes games can make you laugh so much because things can go wrong or things might not look the way you thought it might have been, so things can go wrong as well. So I do enjoy that. Not to mention, you can point out some of the best features of the game, and it's really awesome as well. So I enter the cable car onto the other side, and we're about to enter the sewer stage. And I get myself fucking grabbed there. And luckily I didn't get poisoned. There is one bit in the game, actually I won't say anything, I'll just leave it now. Just leave it as a surprise, I guess. And that's one thing as well, it took a lot of ammunition to take down the Mr. X. It definitely did use up a lot of my machine gun bullets. Mind you, I can't tell you how much I've got left, because I don't know why it's all in a percentage. I don't know why they did that. So let's see, what other games would I like to play on the list? The Die Hard trilogy, I did try and play that before, but the Roxio, it wasn't good, and the mic was even worse that I bought as well. It was only £20, so do expect that. But obviously, of course, if you're buying, you know, a microphone or a webcam, you need to, or game capture as well, you just need to do your research, make sure you know what you're getting, and even if you're not happy with it, make sure you know you can send it back if you're not happy with it, and you can get a full refund out of it afterwards as well. Do check the warranty on it. But I'm not planning on sending this back at all. The Logitech webcam as well, absolutely fantastic. I bought mine for 75 quid, and it's a fantastic webcam, and I would buy it again, say in 5 years time this webcam won't work anymore. I would buy it again. I've recently checked, and the Logitech webcam on Amazon is what was it? £50. It's £50 right now, and that's really cheap, and it's really good. I'll just see what model it is. It's it doesn't say it on there, but it's a Logitech webcam anyway. So there is a few Logitech webcams. Take your pick and have a look, do your research, and you know. There is certain types of webcams as well. The reason why I got this webcam specifically is simply because it's got a good built-in mic, so it's perfect for gameplay videos as well, and it has a lot of features. One feature I like to remove is the autofocus, because I do not like that. If you move like 2 centimeters to the left, from your head goes completely blurry, and that's absolutely ridiculous. So it needs to autofocus itself, whereas if you have the focus off, it will just stay focused, and it will only unfocus if you really move out of the way from the camera. That's the sewer stage where you see a massive alligator. By the way, if you haven't played any of the Resident Evil games, play the first 3 on the PlayStation. If you've got PlayStation 3, you can easily buy them off the PlayStation Store. From time to time they have a discount, but I believe it's £7 each, and even then, if you've never played them before, it's really worth getting. If you've never played them before, I recommend you play the first one, but the best one out of all of them, for me, is the second one. Pardon me. And these dogs are just owning me here, so I did the best thing and run away, run away. Oh. And sitting for one place for too long isn't too good either, especially when it's not comfortable. Oh! And I like shooting the zombies' heads off. That's one of the best things about the game. And another zombie who's blocking the view, so I had to shoot him out of the way so I could see what I was doing. It's just the satisfaction when their heads explode. Also, sometimes the shotgun can shoot their torso off completely. It's so awesome, and they end up on the floor. Oh yeah, I picked up a rocket launcher, which is really awesome as well. My favourite gun in the entire game of Resident Evil 2 for me is the custom Magnum. It seems really cool. Normal Magnum itself is alright as well. The custom Magnum does send you back after you've taken a shot. It does send your character back. There is a Leon and Claire campaign for both of them, for the main story, I mean, and you get to pick which one. Now personally, for me, I like Leon's story better, so I pick Leon. Well, overall I like Leon's both scenarios, because what basically happens is you can either pick Claire for the beginning or Leon for the beginning, and then once you complete it you play the other character for the second part of the game, so there's like 4 scenarios in total. But for both the scenarios with Leon in, I prefer the most, simply because I thought Leon was a much cooler character. You get a shotgun, you get a Magnum as well, and you hang around with Ada Wong, who's a really cool character as well. Whereas with Claire, I don't really like the grenade launcher which she gets, and a crossbow is not very good either. What else does she have? Not a lot. She does get a special weapon though. If you do, because at the beginning, if you play on normal mode, if you go through a certain part of the game at the very beginning, you do see a special zombie, and if you take him down you get a special key. Then you go to a locker, open it up, and you get use the special key, and you get a new costume and a new weapon. It's like a revolver for Claire, but with Leon you get 2 new costumes. Now the revolver I don't really like anyway. I mean, it's a cool weapon, but for me the Magnum's more exciting for me, especially when you can use infinite ammo if you decide to use the cheat code. So we'll be almost heading on to stage 3 of the extreme battle mode. Just trying to think of other games I'd like to play. I mean, there is quite a number of PlayStation 1 games I want to play. Maybe the Fear Effect series, because no one's really ever heard of them, which is really disappointing as well. I guess it's the same with the Dino Crisis series, but Fear Effect, I don't think many people have heard of that at all. There is a few PlayStation 3 games that I'd like to play as well. Which ones exactly, I won't be entirely sure. I'm thinking of playing one of the Hitman games. Hitman 2, which is my favourite, and there's Hitman Contracts, which is pretty good as well. Hitman Blood Money. I don't like Hitman Absolution, I don't really want to record that. But there's a whole list of games that I can play. But for me, mostly I like to record PlayStation games, because for me, there is a lot of good PlayStation 1 games, and some of what I consider a classic game is a game that you always go back to and enjoy playing again. That's what I consider a classic game. You like bullets? You like shotgun shells? And I pick up some more shotgun shells. And fuck me, I need another. I can't even talk anymore. I'm so dehydrated. I need another drink. That's one great area where I shoot the zombies' heads off and you get a real good close-up of it. It is really awesome. I enjoyed that bit. Now I get into a lot of trouble here, as you can see. Just watch this. Oh, right in the face. Like, that liquor just went, kill him! Oh, just like, fuck me. And you check how much damage it's done. I'm on danger, and that, you nearly killed me. But my mission hasn't failed yet, so I could still complete it. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just simply searching everywhere for the bombs, and plus need to pick up more items for ammo as well, just to make sure I don't run out of bullets. Now, that is one monster you don't want to mess around with. I freak out, so I like run out the room first and make sure I get prepared and go back in. So I get the rocket launcher ready. It does take some bullets to take him down. I believe it takes 3 shots to kill him. And this parasite is already on my legs. Already, it's just like, Jesus Christ, get off me! And that's how you take that beast down. I don't know what the fuck you would call it either, but it is a cool monster design. It's not my favourite, but it's a cool design nevertheless. Another game I'd like to record as well is not for like an entire series. It's just probably 1 or 2 videos. Is Crash Team Racing, so I do enjoy that, and Hogs of War, which nobody's ever heard of yet. It's a fantastic game, and it has the awesome voice of Rick Mail in it, and he's a great actor / comedian as well. Rest in peace, Rick Mail as well. He's an absolutely fantastic bloke. Yeah, and basically he did the voiceover for the Hogs of War game, and it's absolutely funny. And it's worth it just to hear his voice. Worth playing the game. It's not bad of a game. It's really good. It's much more fun playing the multiplayer of it though. You can do. Well, you could play up to as many characters you want because it's all turn-based, so you could just hand the controller over when it's the other character's turn. Basically, it's just war with pigs. That's all it is. So it could be 4v4 pig soldiers, and you shoot each other, and that's basically it. But it's a lot of fun. And back in the day, I used to play that all the time. It was a lot of fun. It's just funny as well every time. So I do want to play a session of that. But I did have a problem with recording that game before. For some reason, when I was recording before on the Roxio, the image was going really fast at such a ridiculous speed, which I had no idea why. And there's 2 Mr. X's in this room, but no problem for me. Use the rocket launcher. Out of all the monsters within the Resident Evil 2 game, I always thought the Licker was the most cool and also the most scary, plus the most dangerous as well. So yeah, I got my rocket launcher prepared for them too. So I was like, fuck that. Oh, and all that was in this room was shotgun shells. I wasted 2 rocket launcher bullets for that, but you know. And you'll see me looking around the room and going, oh come on, there must be more than that. Nope. Nothing else. So, not a lot in there. And I'm like, come on please, there must be something. And I also, because it can record PC games, the Avromedia, I am interested in playing a few Flash games. One in particular which I really enjoy is Soccer Physics. So I'd definitely like to do one video of that one time. The only problem with that is I don't know how it will run with my webcam and the Avromedia running at the same time, because my laptop isn't perfect, which is the exact reason why I bought the Avromedia, because it can record without the PC, but obviously to record PC games you need it to record on the PC. So be interesting to see how that works out, but I'll give it a try anyway and see what happens. If not, I can play. There's a ton I can play. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. I've got a lot of games that I could play on, and even then, I can buy a game for it and record from there and enjoy it. So I do look forward to recording in the future and uploading videos. Like I said, I do want it to be very, very good videos. So I'll only record certain videos. I don't want to, like what I used to do before, I just record and I'd say to myself, yep, that will do, put that upload straight away. So I have like 5 videos a week. I don't really want to do that anymore, because most of the videos on my channel I don't really watch. I only watch the good ones, and that's what I want to do, make good videos. So that's what I want to do. And these little spiders are little thugs. You could be there for 10 minutes while you're getting bitten by them for ages. You're just trying to get out. It's just like, leave me alone, for Christ's sake. So I decided to take the Magnum and the shotgun with me from now on. Because it's getting close to the end of the battle, I only need to find 3 bombs. And weirdly enough, you don't need to carry the bombs with you, which I thought is what you needed to do, but you don't. You can just put them away into the chest. And that's it. You don't even have to pick them up once you find the 4th bomb. Once you find the 4th bomb, you need to leave the room and then you're done. Mission complete. So I thought, well, fair enough. Resident Evil Survivor, that's another one I want to play. It's such a bad game. It's fun. It's really funny, and it records. Well, the game lasts about 1 to 2 hours, depending how quickly you go through it. I don't want to rush through it. I just want to enjoy the journey of Resident Evil Survivor. So this is why. Well, this is one example of why I want to record more than an hour's session and see if it works, basically. The webcam is still recording, which is good to know, and it seems to be running fine. And from what I've seen from the video footage of the app media, looks fantastic, at least for over an hour, which I don't think I'll be recording much more than an hour. And what I'm planning to do anyway is I'll take like a break between, so say if Resident Evil Survivor was an hour and 40 minutes long, I'll probably play it for about 45 to 50 minutes and then take a break for about an hour or so, and then play part 2, and then maybe add the videos together and do a few editing parts and just say, oh, welcome to part 2 and blah 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 blah, or could just release one video each as separate and do a part 1 and part 2. But I don't, for some games I don't like to do 2 parts on its own, so I might just have the videos put together, because some videos and some games are simply best put together in one video, in my opinion. Sometimes they're better off in episodes as well. But for say Resident Evil 2, I won't be rushing through that game. If I'm playing this and recording it through the main story, it will probably take around 2 to 3 hours. So it is a longer journey, so I'd probably cut the videos to 20 to 30 minutes every single time, and I'll probably stop playing it after an hour and a half to maybe almost 2 hours, just to see how it goes, or maybe just an hour, just so the quality's good and I can take a break as well. And those zombie dogs, I fucking hate the zombie dogs, especially Resident Evil 2 as well. They're so quick, and they actually take a bit of damage as well. I was trying to open the safe, but it doesn't actually open on the extreme battle mode, so I couldn't pick up anything. I'm basically just searching around the room, picking up items where items would normally be in the main game, but they're not there. The music's so cool in Resident Evil 2 as well. Such a cool track. Tracks. Now, with RPGs, in terms of recording an RPG, that's going to be a very long series, especially if I want to record it all the way to the end. It would have to mean I'd dedicate it to that one game for ages, and it could be uploaded with 75 parts. It could be 75 videos of Final Fantasy X, or Lost Odyssey, or Star Ocean 4. So I'm not sure if I wanted to do that. I guess I could just record a bit of it and say do a 10-part series, but it's not really the idea of what I'd like to do. like if I were to record an RPG game, I'd like to play through the whole thing. I guess the thing I could record is Fallout 3. Because basically you can just do whatever you like within the wasteland, and you can pretty much stop whenever really, because it's more of a an open world, free story mode, if you will. So you kind of create your own story, and you can go to do a quest, or you can just simply run around, search for items, get better weapons, get better upgrades, and become stronger survivor in the wasteland. Become a good guy or a bad guy. So there's a lot of things you can do in terms of recording the Fallout 3 series. And you can simply, you know, do 10 part series, I suppose, and just say, well, you know, this is a great 10-part series, and I'm going to end it here. You know. The main story in Fallout 3 itself, it's okay, but it's not essential, you know, to make it a good series at all. It's a lot of fun just playing the side quests, it really is. Now I've already noticed with the webcam, my face is quite dark, simply because the light's up there. So the light's more or less behind me than it is in front of me. I'm not sure how I'm going to sort out the lighting. If the lighting's bad, then I'll try and sort it. But when I checked the webcam, I don't think it's that bad. I really don't. Just as long as you can see me, and it's not, you know, it's visibly alright in my opinion. So it should be fine. And I got into a lot of trouble here. I nearly died. That was the closest point of me dying. I was. So this is the long journey to try and quickly heal before I die. Now I don't know if, I wasn't entirely sure, I don't know if you can die while you are poisoned. Obviously if you get hit while you're poisoned you can obviously die, but I don't know if you could just fall to your death and die while you're poisoned. I don't know if that can happen. But I was going as quickly as I could. It's like, go on Leon, you can make it, you can make it. Just come on, you didn't make it this far, we can do this mission. Oh yeah, and also, throughout the entire game of Resident Evil 2, I don't recall seeing a bathroom at all. For a police station, there isn't a bathroom. That, you know, that's crazy. Especially when you've got, you know, you've got the office area with all the STARS team working on their desks and so on. Where do they go to the toilet when they want a break or whatever? It's crazy. They have to go all the way downstairs, walk out of the building, and then walk across the road to find a toilet in some restaurant somewhere. Crazy. And that's one example of shooting the zombie's torso off his legs and then fall into the ground. Thankfully I just made it, and then I'll go back and get the antivirus bomb. I was about to leave that zombie as well, but I was like, fuck it. Because I might go back to that room and then forget about her, and then she bites me around the corner. And it could just mean that. I could just die at that moment. And most of the time I tend to reload my weapon, even if it only reloads one extra bullet, because it could come down to that last bullet. And if you don't have that last bullet and you get killed when you reload, it's just like, ah, oh, for fuck's sake. And it does happen. It definitely happens. In fact, I think that was the reason why I do that in the first place, because it happened to me a few times and I got really frustrated, so I always reload. Or at least, if I don't reload, I always remember how much bullets I've got left in the weapon. Because what you've seen in here in this video, I rarely tend to reload in game. I always tend to pause and then reload, because they can still attack you while you're reloading in game. So I get the bomb, so that's 2 out of the 4. So not long left to go. So we're 55 minutes in now, so there's only going to be around 10 minutes of this video to go, which you will already know anyway, depending how long the YouTube video lasts. And I'm hoping it'll be uploaded into one full part on YouTube. It should be fine. I mean, I've recorded stuff over an hour before. I think the longest video I've recorded was about 1 hour and 50 minutes on YouTube, and it seemed to be alright. It just takes ages, that's all. I tend to leave it running overnight, so it can get completed by the time I get up in the morning, so I can get the rest of the video finished, add the thumbnail, and work on another video. I went in that room, I was like, oh, it's zombie dogs. Fuck that. There was really no point for that room, to be honest, unless if the bomb was in there. But I was like, you know what, I'll just leave that room altogether. I'll go somewhere else. And it actually turns out to be a good idea, to be honest, because I do find a bomb around the next several rooms. That was a good headshot there. I like it when it's really close up and you can just shoot their heads off. And I was like, I'm just gonna leave that zombie. You can crawl your way. And I don't know how I missed twice with that zombie, but I wasted 2 shells there. But it doesn't matter. Oh my god, this room is the most annoying room out of the extreme battle that I was in. It's just full of spiders, that's all it is, and it's even more annoying when you're around the corner and all there is handgun bullets. That's all there is. I'm like, I'm not going to use it. Because beyond this point now, there's really no need. I mean, I've got I've got enough shotgun and magnum bullets. And even if I run out, I can just run past stuff. If it gets to the point where I have to use my handgun, then I will, but again, I don't really want to. Plus, you're much safer using the stronger weapons. You know, if you got it, why not use it? I hate these plant monsters. Absolutely hate them. And they do take quite a lot of bullets to take down as well. Finally down. So I find the third bomb in here, which I was really surprised about. I only came in that room just to see if there were any bullets in there to pick up. But yeah, I only need 1 more now. So that is sweet. And I like how the music changes, because like the game knows you've almost finished it, and it becomes much more epic. Now that we've changed the music, so we have more higher tempo. liquors. So yeah. And all of these liquors, there's 3 liquors in here. I'm like, fuck that shit. No need to deal with them. Now thankfully there's a lot of herbs in here, so because I was running low on health items. So I'll just take a few of those. So just the 1 bomb to go, and that will be it. And at the last minute there, I'd changed my mind because I didn't look around the corner and look, oh, an extra green herb. And that's when I, because when I mixed those 2 green herbs together, I didn't realise I had an extra red herb in my chest. So I was like, oh cool, I can mix them together now. But I saved them anyway, because there's still a lot of the police station that I haven't searched yet. So it could have taken another 20 to 30 minutes to find the last bomb, because there's so much of the area left to search. But actually, it turned out I found all 4 bombs really quickly. It was the quickest I ever found them, to be honest, which I was really impressed with. It's basically just a guessing game, but you always need to prepare yourself, because you could be searching the entire police station and then eventually getting all of the 4 bombs. So I was running low on bullets, so I was like, I'll just skip past those zombies. So we've got zombie dogs. And I just switched the rockets to those god dogs. I hate them so much, I was like, yeah, fuck you. Take this. And that. Oh, and the heads explode. And they nearly killed me as well. There were a few times in this game, I've already checked, 3 occasions where I almost died. The closest by far has to be those poison plants. Because it was very close. Because like, one of them spit acid towards my character and it almost got him. But yeah. And that's the last bomb, by the way. So I wasn't 100% sure if I had to go to the chest and pick them all up and it would complete, or if I had to leave the police station itself. But it turns out all you need to do is leave the room once you get the 4th bomb, and that's it. So that's all done, and hopefully the webcam has managed to record my voice and everything else over the hour, and it's still recording, so hopefully that's okay. And this is just a mini cutscene where your character plants all of the bombs on the train, and then you run out of there and the train explodes. Explodes. It's a cool looking train though. And that's Leon making his way out. And then the place explodes! So, we did it! Mission complete. Thanks to your efforts, the hazardous virus has been eradicated from our world. All of humanity has been saved from the terror of this biohazard. stories will be told for generations to come about your great achievement of single-handedly overcoming all adversity. Congratulations, hero. 2 exclamation marks. That wasn't the quickest time that I completed it in, but I'm not really bothered about that. It was just basically a endurance recording test. That's basically all it is. So that's all done. So yeah, I'll end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to make future videos. So thank you, bye.